Did you know that Jim Harbaugh, head coach for the University of Michigan's football team, makes $7 million a year? On top of that, he's the highest paid public employee in the state of Michigan, which means he makes more money than the mayor of Detroit, all the state congressmen, and even the governor. In fact, according to BusinessInsider.com, college coaches are the highest paid public employees in 39 out of the 50 U.S. states. Why is it that a football coach can make more money than the dean of a college or university? Because college sports, especially football and basketball, are a multi-billion-dollar industry. According to NCAA.org, college athletics are estimated to bring in $6.1 billion annually, primarily from ticket sales, television, and radio rights. With that kind of revenue, colleges have to spend top dollar to attract the best coaches to help them put a winning product on the field, which in turn generates more revenues for the institution. So if colleges and universities are making that much money and willing to pay coaches the top dollar, why is it that the student athletes, the one putting in the long days of practice and risking injury on the field, get nothing? Between the merchandise sales, lucrative television and radio rights, and ticket sales, clearly college sports is an extremely popular pastime in the United States. The debate for whether or not to pay these student athletes could have a profound impact on the future shape of the game. Just yesterday, 12/20/2017, LeVar Ball of Big Baller Brands announced a semi-pro basketball league that will pay a high school prospect up to $10,000 a month rather than go to college for the mandatory 1 year. If that league takes off, what effect do you think that will have on March Madness? We've already seen the one-and-done player in college basketball. What about Brandon Jennings, the first high school graduate to skip college and go get paid by playing professional basketball overseas? International players are paid as teenagers. The system has to change. Universities are getting rich off the backs of their student athletes, and these athletes are starting to realize that they have other options. Why should you have to listen to anything that I have to say? As a recent baseball commit of Cal State Fullerton, Texas up, I was fortunate to be recruited by several top baseball programs. During the recruiting process, I went on several campus visits, which gave me an understanding of how difficult the life of a college athlete truly is. Participating in a college sport is like a full-time job. It requires most of your time and effort with all the practices, conditioning, weight room, and film sessions. Add classes and studying to that already busy schedule and boom, you're jam-packed. With no time for a job, where are these athletes supposed to get money for food and other necessities essential to life? Not to mention the extracurricular activities that are supposed to highlight the college experience, like going on dates or going to concerts or spring break. The typical college student does not participating in a sport doesn't have the same time restraints as a collegiate athlete. They have more flexibility to participate in the workforce, helping to supplement their income without sacrificing their studies. It's time we gave our collegiate athletes a piece of the $6 billion pie so they too can enjoy the college experience.
We strongly agree that student athletes should be able to get paid. We strongly agree that even with the scholarship money they do receive, it still isn't enough. They would still have to pay for uniforms, equipment, books, and college tuition and dorms. How would they support their own families? Players wouldn't be able to afford a good, decent meal or even get a chance to send money back home. Many athletes come from different low-class families and often leave school early because of the pressure they receive to be the main provider for their own family. To back this up, players wouldn't have to leave school early and would still be able to pursue an education while taking care of back home. It would increase graduation in a very good way and allows fans to see their favorite players mature through college.
College players are the ones that are bringing in the money during the game. According to an article by HuffPost, an average Division I player is worth up to $170,000 per season. These athletes are doing so much for the leagues and they aren't getting anything in return. Because of the time consumption of practice and games, players aren't able to work on the side and make money. These players are contributing so much to their organization but aren't getting much in return.
Are you reading the paper too? Okay. Do I go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With student athletes getting paid, many lives of Americans would benefit infinitely. Since college students would be getting paid, they would get a full ride scholarship and get educated. So that would motivate the other high school student athletes to go to college to get an education and find a career, and they would get paid to do what they love the most.
It's clear that college sports is a lucrative industry, so much so that the highest paid public official in 39 of the 50 U.S. states is a college coach. Why are we willing to pay the coaches so much money while the players are sacrificing their time and risking potentially their career by getting injured? Why do they get nothing? Clearly there's enough money to go around. The athletes are starting to realize that the coaches and universities are taking advantage of their athletic abilities. Being a student athlete is a full-time job. There's no room in the schedule for the collegiate athlete to work part-time to make little money just so they could go through the college experience. If they had discretionary income, they would be able to live a normal life of a college student without having to call mom and dad every week begging for money. We have to find a way to give these athletes who blood, sweat, and tears are left on the field a slice of the $6 billion pie. If we don't, we'll be watching the Big Baller League instead of March Madness, and I think we've all had enough of LeVar Ball for 2 lifetimes. Get the message out. Talk, tweet, snap, throw it on the gram. #PayThePlayers. They deserve it.